happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
What up, and welcome back to the Eyeball Podcast, man. And we got another great Coach's Corner episode for y'all right now. From the University of Alabama, Huntsville, we have head coach John Shulman. Coach, how are you doing today? Thank you for taking time out during this camp to come holler at us.
I'm doing great. How you doing?
We're doing great, Coach. We're just going to say it real quick, Coach. This environment, how great is Ticket to Greatness and Grind Nation for putting on this event, something new for the state of Alabama to be able to recruit high school kids in a totally different environment?
Here's the deal. Anything that you can do for kids to get them in front of coaches and to get them in front of like a Terry Drake, to get, with social media now, things are so different. Now, I'm old, all right? I remember going up to Boo Williams at an AAU tournament and asked him about his little guard. And his little guard was Allen Iverson. And I had no idea who Allen Iverson was because there was, imagine no internet, imagine no phones. Nowadays, it's so different. You can recruit off social media, and to have this event and getting kids in here and getting to see my coaches, but also a Terry Drake to put those guys out, social media. There's really, no excuse. I'm not a huge fan of social media, but you can use it in a positive way, and every kid needs to have a Twitter profile, and so I can look one up, if I like number whatever, whoever out here. I can't use names because I get in trouble with the NCAA.
Right.
But if I see a kid that I like, all I got to do is go to his Twitter page, and all of a sudden I can look at highlights and see his grades, and so you can use it in a positive way also.
Coach, that's awesome. We were talking earlier about the opportunity that this provides for a lot of the kids. I just wanted to speak with you a little bit about how parents need to approach environments like this when they come in and see the coaches. Like, should they be focused on which coaches are in the building, or what should they be focused on?
Listen, at AAU tournament, I promise you, if we like a kid, we're going to be at his game, and we're going to sit on top of him, and then we'll look at the parents and say, hey, man, where was the other school not recruit? Where were they? Because they're somewhere. Parent, it's hard to be a parent. I'm a parent. It's hard to be a parent in today's world with recruiting with basketball because it's completely different than it was 10 years ago. 10, 15 years ago, half these kids out here right now are getting Division I offers. All right, but it's different now. The transfer portal has, everybody kind of talks about it, but it has made a huge difference. If I'm I guess we're all on the hot seat. I've been at UH 4 years. We've won 4 championships in 4 years. We've been to 4 NCAA. But everybody's on the hot seat.
Right.
And if you're on the hot seat, are you going to take a high school kid that it may take a year to develop? Or are you going to go to the portal and get what you think is an instant help for your program? And so that's where coaches are kind of, we get a bad rap. But that's, if you want me to develop high school kids, and give me a 5-year deal and don't fire me after 2 years if we hadn't won. But everybody wants instant gratification, so they want to win immediately. So there's no excuse if I'm going to go through the portal. Boy, I better be good because I've just gone and get, everybody's goal is to stay old.
Right.
And you can do it redshirting kids, you can stay old, but kids don't want to redshirt anymore because they they're just coming off their senior year in high school. What you forget is this. As a freshman in high school, are you expecting to start on the varsity team? I'm just asking. I mean, you guys were studs over here. All right. So as a freshman in high school, are you expecting to start on the varsity team? Most freshmen don't.
No, they don't.
You may play. You may play freshman. You may play JV basketball. It takes time to get there, right?
Right.
Well, as a freshman in college, then you walk in as a freshman in college, and you're expecting to play. It's the same deal.
Right.
You have seniors in front of you. You have juniors in front. And all of a sudden, here's what happens. You come in as a freshman and don't play. Back in the day, you would go somewhere else and have to sit.
Right.
And so you're going, well, I don't really want to sit. So, Matt, why don't I just suck it up and tough it out here? Well, now you don't have to sit. So now I don't play. I don't like you. You yelled at me. I go to your program. You yelled at me. I just keep going. oh, well, you can one-time transfer. Well, I just try to get a waiver.
Right.
You know, it's a little crazy out there right now. But in our situation, and it doesn't matter. That's why I was going to tell y'all, like levels. Listen, I was a head coach at Chattanooga. We played Chris Paul and Wake Forest on CBS in the NCAA tournament. We led at half. LeBron sitting behind our bench. I'm nervous. It's exciting. It's really cool, right?
Right.
I'm also nervous when we play West Alabama at West Alabama on a Thursday night. All right, it doesn't like levels don't matter. All right, so the goal is the goal to play in college, or is the goal just to play Division I basketball? The goal's got to play. The goal's got to be, I want to play in college. I want to try to get some education paid for, and then use the ball to get an education. But we've kind of gotten a little wacky along the way, and now with all that social media, now it's, how did he get an offer? I'm better than him.
Right.
Well, you got to, and listen, we all tell the kids, comparison is the thief of joy. All right? And we tell the kids, stop comparing yourself to everybody else. Well, we tell the kids that, but what do?
Compared
As
to the next
adults,
program. Yep.
Adults, we do the same thing. And so we're just as guilty as the kids, and it's just a hard time for these kids to be growing up.
And Coach, you said something in that really triggered, because the social media aspect of where we are, and a lot of these kids, like you say, are comparing themselves to the next guy. However, we're also in this world of called blessed to receive, and every kid wants to go on their social media and act as if every school in the country is wanting them, when in actuality, they needed to be targeted in on schools. Kind of talk about UAH in particular, Coach. How do you guys go about your recruiting and evaluating guys on all levels?
Well, I've changed a little bit. When I was at Chattanooga, I was taking the most talent I could possibly get. Character meant nothing to me at that time, I'll be honest. I was 37 years old. I had a family. I wanted to stay in Chattanooga. I thought you get the best talent, you win the games. Don't work like that.
Yeah.
I had some doozies now. All right, that's why I got gray hair.
Yeah.
We look at different things. I'm just going to tell you, I want as many state champion kids as I can get. I want to get kids who are used to winning, because if they're used to winning in high school, they're going to bring that to college. So I want to get as many guys who are used to winning. All right, I want to get great students. If guys want to succeed on the court and they're flounders in the classroom, it don't work.
Right.
You're going to try to be great everywhere. Try to be excellent everywhere. Don't just be excellent on the court. It don't work like that. Try to be excellent in the classroom, and then you can be excellent. You show up late for class, I promise you're going to show up late for practice. It don't work like that. Be disciplined in all areas, and that's what we're looking for. I'm also looking for, I want guys who are self-starters. I don't want to have, listen, Chaney Johnson, we can talk about Chaney. We got two kids that are in the gym, Nylan Thomas, who right here from Buckhorn, and Chaney Johnson. They were in the gym three times a day. Did I tell them to be in the gym? No. They were in the gym on their own. Those are self-starters. This is a game, man. It's a basketball game. I promise you this. I have no talent. I was told that at an early age. I had a big heart, but I got no talent.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I'll just outwork you.
Right.
I got no problem with that.
Right.
I had no talent. That's fine. I will outwork you. I've been a head coach 13 years, been to 6 NCAA tournaments. Went 2 as Division I head coach at Chattanooga. And then Steph Curry came in our league. That wasn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But just outwork people.
Right.
So we're going to try to outwork people. The other thing is, I want kids that want to be at UAH.
Right.
I'm not begging you. I'm not doing it. I already did that my whole career. Beg you to come to our place. Well, all of a sudden I beg you and I get you to come to our place and things don't go perfect. Boy, you're in the portal.
Yeah.
I want kids that want to be in our program. And you get kids that want to be in your program that will play harder, that will play better for you, and they'll try to win for you and your program. We're not the coolest school in the country. We got over 9,000 students. We're in a great city. But we're not a big party school. Half the kids are going to engineering school, getting an engineering degree and going to work at Lockheed Martin. We got our big 6'11". But listen, our big 6'10", 6'11" kid got a 35 on his ACT, turned down Sanford, Army, and Brown, all right, to come to UAH because of what we've got to offer. Well, let me just tell you something. He'll be a junior this year, and we have 3 rings for him. We got 4. This will be our 4th ring that we just got.
Wow.
But we've got rings because of this kid. And he turned down Division I so he could come here. And now, in the summertime, he's working for Lockheed Martin in the internship program. And,
Yeah.
there's you just got to figure out where you want to be in 10 years. So where does whatever number out there, where do they want to be in 10 years? And then kind of work backwards instead of living in the moment. Like, I want to do this. Well, what are you going to do to help you do this? I want to be a basketball coach, so I prepared accordingly. We all do the same thing.
Right.
We try to, I guess.
We try.
Well, Coach, that's great, man. You said something earlier, and I kind of want to talk about the parents because I understand sometimes
he's on the parents right now, Coach.
No,
he is on them.
I'll talk a lot about the parents
because they come into environments like this, and maybe they're looking for all of the so-called big name schools to be lined up and it be 50 coaches across the baseline. But like you said, there's levels. So I need the parents to understand when there's an opportunity presented for itself, how important it is to seize that moment.
First of all, parents need to take a deep breath. They got we are, and I'm a parent too. I got 3 boys, and I've sat up there and stressed out like crazy. What's going to happen? First of all, this is all going to be over in about 5 years.
Yeah.
And instead of freaking out and stressing out and freaking out because your kid didn't make a shot or he missed, y'all need to go to Waffle House, get the All-Star breakfast, and relax and enjoy.
Enjoy.
Right.
Because here in another year, they're going to be in college. They're not going to want to come home. And you better enjoy those moments right now you have with your kids because they are fleeting and they go fast.
Right.
But it's hard. I'm just going to tell you, it's hard being a parent. You walk in and, it's kind of like, you walk into an AAU game and you're expecting all these college coaches to be lined up. Well, they're at another game. Well, what do? What you do, and Terry Drake's over there, and Ben Carty says it best, quit worrying about exposure or you're going to get exposed.
Oh.
Go work on your game. Go work on your game. It's a game. It's a beautiful game. Go work on the game. Quit worrying about everything that you cannot control. As a parent, you cannot control who's at your game. But what you can control is how hard your kid works.
Right.
What are his grades like? And how much fun he's playing the game.
Right.
The game's going to be over in 5 years anyway. And we're missing the deal. Like if I'm a parent here at this event, instead of stressing about college coaches not being here, hey, man, I get to spend my Sunday morning with my kid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
listen, I lost my parents. I lost my dad when I was 25, my mom when I was 26. So I understand. So, when I'm with my kid, I wanted my youngest just come out here with me today, just hang out with me.
Yeah.
But I will say this. It's hard to be a parent in today's world because you're on social media. They're on Facebook. They're on this, and everybody's got a better life than they do. Everything's better than what they got. It's not true. It's not true. We get on social media and we check it out. This guy's got 18 offers. Well, God, he must be like the great. He must be so flipping happy. That kid ain't happy because he don't have 19 offers. Like nobody's happy, man.
Right.
Everybody just needs to relax.
Yeah.
Smile, take a deep breath. That's why I ain't gonna lie to you. Life was a lot easier without that stupid phone.
Right. Right.
A lot simpler.
I was trying to explain it to my kids. They were like, "Well, how'd you find?" I was like, "You didn't find the Reds Dodgers score." If they were playing on the left coast out there, they were playing on the west coast. You didn't find that score until not the next day, but the next day after that. If you didn't get on the news,
Right.
because it was you check out the score. It was too late before they went to press, so you had to find it out the next day.
Right.
And you know what? We're all okay. We all survived.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing was wrong with it.
No, and so we just used it in a positive way. But getting back to parents, it is hard. It's hard. You want the best for your kid, and as a parent, as you go watch, you understand this. In high school, you don't have fans. You don't have fans. You have fams. The people that are at your game, they're not there to watch your team play. They're there to watch their child play, and they want the best for their child. And
Right.
it's human instincts, for as a parent to try to protect your child. So I don't I don't hold that against parents anymore. I get it because I was a parent too, and I knew better and I know better. But, you're still watching your kid.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
It's hard.
But I'll just say this. It's going to be done in about 4 to 5 years anyway. For most of us, enjoy and spend time with that kid. And the other thing is, like, okay, so my goal in 8th grade, I wanted to coach college basketball. What does that mean? So I had an opportunity coming out of college. I had an opportunity to go to VCU, to be a GA, or go to Wofford College, who was Division II at that time, to actually coach. All right? Well, I'm just curious. VCU, Division I, Sonny Smith was going up there, old Auburn coach, Division I, to be a GA and not coach, but do a lot of the film work, or go D2 to Wofford College to coach. What would you do? I'm just curious.
I would go D2.
You'd go D2 to coach. What would you do?
I'm going to take the video coordinator job.
All right, you're going D1.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody's got its own path. Mine was simple. I wanted to coach in college.
Right.
I'm going D2. I'm going Wofford.
Right.
I want to coach in college. I didn't have a pedigree. Now you want to play in college. Well, all of a sudden, does that mean I'm blessed to receive my 48th offer, not a Division I offer? That's great. I'm glad you get Division I offer. That's super.
Right.
All right, but I'm just going to tell you, I don't feel like I'm a failure to go to 4 NCAA tournaments at UAH because we're D2. Or if everybody thinks they're so good, go play Randolph-Macon Division III. Go see how much fun it is and go play against those dudes because they'll whip your tail.
Yeah.
Or go play against Christopher Newport over on the East Coast over in Virginia. They will kick your tail.
Right.
I don't understand why we can't get exhibition games at UAH. You know why? Because we'll kick your tail.
There it is.
All right, and we're D2.
Right.
But we scrimmaged Tennessee Tech 2 years ago. We've scrimmaged Alabama A&M. But, Max, my oldest son, missed a 3 with 10 to play against Auburn last year to cut it to 8. There's not a huge difference.
Right.
It's just everybody gets stuck on that stigma, D1, D2. Take that out. Be appreciative of wherever they want you.
Wow.
Because let me ask you something. Y'all married? Either one
Yeah,
of you
we both married,
Both of
Coach.
You both married.
Yes, sir.
Why did you marry the girl that loved you back, or did you marry the one that didn't like you?
Hey, the one that gave me a chance,
Yeah.
coach.
All right, so why wouldn't you do the same thing as a recruit?
Right.
Exactly.
Why would you, man? Like UAH loves me, but I really want to go to Alabama. Well, let me tell you something, son. They don't. Well, how about UAB? Well, they don't. Why do we always pick the girl guys? Why do we always pick the girl that don't like us?
Right.
Woo!
Why don't we
Talk
pick,
to him,
why don't
coach.
we pick the girl that likes us?
Right.
Talk to him,
But
coach.
when do we do that? We do that when we mature. Well, I hate to tell you, fellas, and we're all 3 guys on this thing. Guys don't mature till we're about like 42.
Don't make it too
Right.
late.
And
Right.
so it's hard for guys to get through their head. I got to play Division I. Why? Why do you need that validation? Well, it's important on
On social media, coach.
It all goes back to social media or
Yes,
going
sir.
to school, and they go, man, Tommy, man, you need to be playing. Listen, we got Tommy Murr coming. All right,
Exactly.
And Tommy Murr averaged about 40 points a game in high school.
Yep.
And then they were like, oh man, Tommy, you gonna go to Alabama? Well, no, Tommy ain't going to Alabama.
Right.
Tommy went to Lipscomb, averaged about 3 points a game. He's gonna come to UAH and kill it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he's gonna be Tommy Murr, the Tommy Murr that was in high school, and we're really excited about Tommy being there. But it's just different. It's opportunity. But kids, when they're coming out of high school, they're trying to please their buddies. They're trying to please social media. They're trying to please everybody. And people make really, really goofy decisions. I'm going to tell you one story, and then I'm going to shut up and let y'all ask questions. We had a kid, we're recruiting an Alabama kid. All right, I'm not going to say names, but he was an Alabama kid, and he was like, his dad really wanted him at UAH. Kid wanted to come to UAH, but he had to play Division I basketball. And a military school offered him a scholarship. And he took it. All right, he took it. And the dad called the next day, all right, and said, Coach, if he doesn't like it, we can't always transfer back to your place like immediately and be eligible to play. I was like, yeah, but you're not going. You're going to the school because you love it, right? No, I'm going to school because it's Division I. And so we just kind of lose our way, and that's why we just need to take a deep breath and really try to figure out what's important.
Man, Coach, appreciate it. Listen, awesome conversation. I thank you. But there's one more question I got to get out of you because we get this question all the time.
How good looking I am? Or
That,
what?
hey, Coach, that's
You
one
get
of
that all the
them.
time?
Listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put your face on the front of the YouTube page. I got to do that for you.
My face is made for radio or podcast.
Hey, Coach, that's why we sitting here.
All right, I understand. All right, what's the question?
People don't know the difference between D1 and D2, right? They really don't know the difference. And kind of explain to them what the actual difference is when it comes to athletics on those two levels.
The major difference financially with the scholarship-wise is Division I gets 13 scholarships, period. 13. I offer you a scholarship. That's room, board, tuition, fees, anything involved, any additional charge. Division I get 13. Got it? In D2, we get 10, but we can do what we want to do with them. So let's say you're a good student. All right. I mean, you talk well on the podcast. Let's say you're a really good student. You got a 3.8. You got a 3.8 and a 26 on ACT. You're a good student. Well, I can get $7,000 for you at UAH. I can get maybe $7,000 academic money. All right. And let's say you're in state. That kind of helps us a little bit. All right. So you're in state. I can give you some academic money. I can give you athletic money. I can build that thing up to a full scholarship, but just not use all athletic money. So, but I would say this. So you get a Division I offer, scholarship offer, and you get a D2 scholarship offer. Both are full scholarships, right?
Correct.
But there's some parents that don't like that because, well, I wanted full athletic scholarship. What? The money's the money. But well, no, we don't like academic scholarship. We want athletic. Well, what's wrong with the academic scholarship? I'm just asking. And so we've got, golly, we've probably got 15, 16, 17 guys on some kind of aid, but we can split our 10 up where Division I's are 13 and they got 13 guys on scholarship, period.
Well, it sounds to me like Division II guys are a whole lot smarter because you guys are CFOs also.
Well, I'll just tell you this. Listen, all the CFOs, just be honest, are Division III guys.
I got you.
All right? They're all the smart ones.
I got you. Yeah.
Because, and you say, well, D3 guys don't give athletic money. Well, they don't, but they give leadership scholarships and academic scholarships and need-based scholarships. There are D1, D2, D3, all right? Junior College 1, Division 1, Junior College Division 2, NAIA, NCCAA. There are over 1,300 different colleges out here, but if you just narrow it to D1, you got 365, and you better be really good.
Yeah.
And you better be
really
good. You better be better than those guys in the portal too.
Right.
Last thing I want to say is, someone said, but you got to be so excited, because your program, Cheney's going to Auburn. I said, no. And someone said yesterday on the road, you need to sell kids. They can come to your place for 2 years and go to the SEC.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, no. I want kids that want to be at UH and finish their program, finish their career here. And if it happens, it happens. I'm happy for Cheney. I'm sad for us, happy for him.
Right.
And that's how it works. But we're trying to do something special here. And we love the community. We love the area. And that's the goal. And but listen, there's good basketball here. There's good basketball everywhere. That's what we're just trying to support our local talent here, and we got to do a better job of that, and that's what I'm doing out here this morning.
Man, there you have it. Head coach of the University of Alabama, Huntsville, Coach John Shulman. Coach, great conversation. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for hanging out with the guys right here on the Eyeball Podcast. And of course, we will have you back on to do this again. And we're going to let you get back to enjoying some of these players so you can get some of this great talent that's in the gym here today.
All right, appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, this is John Shulman, head basketball coach at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. You're listening to the Eyeball Podcast on eyeballradio.com.